I would like to thank you for attending this presentation on Lexington Mines Intervention Program, where we're promoting mental health and well-being. As we progress through these slides, I want you to think about the strongest people are not those who show strength in front of us, but those who win battles we know nothing about. As we go through this presentation, today we will provide an in-depth overview of the program, including its mission goals, objectives, interventions, resources, timeline, and recommendations. The priority population of Lexington Mines Intervention Program are adults 18 to 35 years old. The reason why we chose this group is because their experiences a high prevalence of anxiety and depression. We have chosen this population due to their readiness to not only seek help and the impact of mental health issues that they already have on their overall well-being. Factors such as gender, distribution, educational background, employment status, and socioeconomic factors influence the access to mental health resources. As you look over here at our census, we have roughly in Lexington County as of last year a population of 304,797. Out of that, 22% of adults in Lexington County suffer from depression. In South Carolina, only 44.5% of adults with mental illness receive any form of treatment. South Carolina is unfortunately ranked 37 out of 50 states for providing access to mental health services. Our mission is to provide accessible and evidence-based mental health support. Our goals include improvement of mental well-being, enhanced coping skills, reduce the symptoms, promote resilience, and foster a sense of community. Our objectives are to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, aligned with the mission and goals. Remember, success should never be measured against the idea. Instead, measure success as the difference between where you are now and where you have started. As you can see on our estimated cost breakdown slide, we have a chart that lists the breakdowns. Everything from location and deposits to the medical supplies, licensing and certification fees. Our total estimated cost is going to be roughly between $7,000 to $66,000. The model that we're following is the Precede and Proceed, adopted for comprehensive assessment and effective interventions. On the Precede side, socio assessment, conduct a needs assessment and gather demographic data on the target population to understand the prevalence of the mental health issues, existing resources, and specific needs. We're also going to do an epidemiological assessment, analyze the data related to the mental health disorders, risk factors, and associated behaviors within the target population. Behavioral and environmental assessment, identify the behavioral and environmental factors contributing to the mental health issues, such as stressors, social support, and the barriers to access. With this community being a large portion rural, that also helps accent that barrier of having access to resources, as well as the educational and ecological assessment. Examine the existing knowledge, attitudes, and beliefs about the mental health within the community, as well as the broader ecological context influencing mental health outcomes. On the proceed side, administrative and policy assessments, where we'll evaluate existing policies, resources, and organizational capacities. The intervention alignment, develop programs and objectives, strategies, and intervention based on the findings from the pre-seed phase. Then we go to implementation, put the planned interventions into action, including individual counseling sessions, group therapy sessions, psychoeducational workshops. We go to the process evaluation, monitor and assess the delivery of interventions, the quality of implementation, and the participants' engagement. And we have the impact evaluation, measure the program's outcomes and assesses its effectiveness in improving mental well-being, reducing symptoms, enhancing coping skills, and fostering resilience. Then we have our outcome evaluation. Evaluate the long-term impact of the program, such as changes in stigma, community awareness, and access to mental health resources. Social marketing. Utilize the marketing strategies to raise awareness about the program, engage in the target population, and promote the benefits of participating in the program. The theory that we chose to follow is the trans-theoretical model, or also known as TTM. It guides stages of change individuals go through when adopting new behaviors and tailoring their interventions to help them. On the pre-contemplation stage, we have individuals in this stage may not recognize the need for change or may be resistant to it. Interventions will focus on raising awareness about mental health issues, providing education, and promoting the benefits of seeking help. Activities may include psychoeducational workshops and community outreach events. On the contemplation stage, individuals in this stage are considering change but may have mixed feelings or uncertainties. Interventions will focus on helping individuals explore the pros and the cons of seeking help, identifying barriers, and building motivation. Activities may include individual counseling sessions, group therapy, and providing resources for further self-reflection. On that preparation stage, individuals in this stage have made a decision to make the changes and are preparing to take action. Interventions will focus on setting specific goals, developing coping strategies, and creating a personalized action plan. Activities may include goal-setting exercises, action planning, and skill-building workshops. On the action stage, individuals in this stage have taken active steps towards change and are implementing their action plan. Interventions will focus on providing support, reinforcement, and strategies to overcome obstacles. Activities may include continued individual counseling, group therapy sessions, and ongoing skill-building workshops. On the maintenance stage, individuals in this stage have successively changed their behavior and are working to sustain their progress. Interventions will focus on relapse prevention, coping strategies, and providing ongoing support. Activities may include follow-up sessions, ongoing group therapy, and resources for continued self-care. One of the interventions that we've talked about was individual counseling sessions. Individual counseling sessions form a vital component of the program. Qualified mental health professionals provide one-on-one counseling to program participants. Focus on assessing individual needs, developing personalized treatment plans, and implementing evidence-based therapeutic interventions. Resources are private therapy rooms, therapeutic tools, assessments, and ongoing professional training for counselors. Another intervention that's very important in this progress is group therapy sessions. Group therapy sessions offer participants a supportive and empathetic environment. Trained mental health professionals facilitate cognitive behavioral therapy groups, support groups, and skills building workshops. Resources are designated group therapy rooms, seating arrangements, and therapeutic materials, and facilitator training. Another intervention that we discussed was the psychoeducational workshops. Psychoeducational workshops provide knowledge and skills to understand and manage mental health. Such topics such as stress management, self-care, coping strategies, and mindfulness techniques. Some of the resources are instructional materials, presentation equipments, handouts and interventions, interaction activities, and some of the trained facilitators delivered workshops and engaged participants in interactive learning. In this particular slide, I show a picture of myself actually giving a psychoeducational workshop to a community group dealing with stress-related incidences. Another intervention is referrals to community resources. Having stated before, our community here in Lexington County has a lot of rural population, which doesn't grant them the access to a lot of resources. However, with collaboration with community resources for comprehensive support, partnerships with mental health clinics, support groups, and substance abuse treatment centers, enable program participants to access additional services and resources tailored to their needs. Some of the resources are established networks with community organizations, referral protocols, and communication channels. Here we have a show of some of the group networking that we can do, such as South Carolina Department of Mental Health, Lexington Medical Center, and Advanced Wellness and Resiliency Education, or as we call it, the South Carolina Aware for Mental Health. On our resource timeline, we follow a detailed timeline for program implementation, ensuring that interventions are delivered timely and resources are effectively utilized. Some of the stages are program development phase, which is a portion that we are going into. The program launch and promotion, which we will utilize a lot of um, networking as well as social media, program implementation, and ongoing evaluations and enhancement throughout the entire program. Some of our potential policy changes are incorporate individual level changes to destigmatize mental health, seeking behavior, and promoting self-care practices. Advocate for community and policy level changes, such as improving mental health coverage and increasing funding for our services, as well as enhance program effectiveness and sustainability. With all programs, there also comes the possibility of ethical issues and HIPAA compliance. For us, our ethical considerations include protecting the client privacy and ensuring the HIPAA compliance. Staff receives HIPAA training, secure electronic health record systems are implemented, and informed consent is obtained. Regular audits and adherence to the confidentiality guidelines ensure ethical practices. To address HIPAA compliance and ethical issues when working with underage children, although that is not our target area, but if we do work with underage children in the Lexington Minds Intervention Program, then we want to make sure that we have informed consent obtained from their parent or legal guardian before providing any type of services to underage children, ensuring they are aware of the program's purpose, risk, and benefits. We have a HIPAA compliance checklist, such as establish HIPAA compliance committee, review the HIPAA guidelines, perform gap analysis and identify areas of concern, build and execute a plan to address security gaps, review key vendors' interactions, perform ongoing monitoring audits, establish data breach incident response protocols, Not only have we talked about performing that HIPAA training, but that is very essential. Regularly evaluate compliance and review HIPAA updates, and ask subject matter as experts for any assistance. As we've discussed before, how we're going to market this program. We can use social media presence such as YouTube videos to put out there, along with short videos of things that you can do to help preserve your mental health. Not only social media presence with YouTube, but things like TikTok or Facebook, establishing a page, online advertising, partner with influencers, partnership with other healthcare providers, community events, press releases and media coverage, printed materials such as brochures, and one of the best ways of all, word of mouth. As we help others and as they find help coming to them and they see a change in their behavior, they are more apt to discuss things with other individuals that may be having similar problems in order to help bring them to the place that they got that help. We now want to take a look at our logic model, where we talk about the goals, the inputs, the outputs, and the outcomes. Under our goals, we have improved mental health, well-being, and resilience among program participants, increase access to quality mental health services and resources, foster a supportive community that promotes mental health awareness and reduces stigma. Our inputs are qualified mental health professionals, such as counselors and psychologists, evidence-based curricula and therapeutic materials, dedicated office space for individual counseling and group therapy sessions, equipment and supplies for therapy sessions and workshops, funding from participant fees, insurance reimbursements, and grants. And our outputs are individual counseling sessions tailored to each person's specific needs, group therapy sessions on various topics, psychoeducational workshops covering coping skills, stress management, and self-care, referrals to community resources for additional support, collaboration with our local healthcare providers and community organizations. And with all that, our outcomes are an increased awareness of mental health issues, acquisition of coping skills and strategies, enhanced resilience and self-efficiency, increased utilization of community resources, and reducing the stigma associated with seeking help. As we come to the conclusions and recommendations that we have, first we must look at that peace begins with the calm mind. Take care of your mental health and let peace radiate from within. The Lexington Minds Intervention Program offers a comprehensive approach to address mental health needs. Finding highlights the importance of evidence-based interventions, community engagement, and policy changes. Recommendations include collaboration with stakeholders, ongoing program evaluation, and dissemination of outcomes. With that, I want to send out that call of action. Join the Lexington Minds Intervention Program today. Take the first step towards improving our community's mental health well-being. Don't let anxiety and depression hold you back for any longer. Our evidence-based interventions and supportive community are here to help you thrive. Here's how you can get involved. Reach out. Contact one of our programs to learn more about the services we offer and how we can support you on your mental health journey. Attend sessions. Participate in individual counseling, group therapy, and psychoeducational workshops tailored to your needs and preferences. Spread the word. share the position, share your position, experience with programming, and encourage others to seek help for their mental health. Together, we can break the stigma and create a supportive community. Get informed. Stay updated on mental health resources, coping strategies, and self-care practices through our educational materials and workshops. Support others. Be a source of encouragement and understand for those around you. Let's build a network of compassion and empathy, supporting each other in our mental health journeys. Remember, everyone's mental health matters. Take action today and unlock the potential for a happier and healthier life. Join the Lexington Minds and Intervention Program and discover the transformative powers of personalized support and evidence-based interventions. Together, let's create a community where mental health well-being thrives. I would like to take this moment to say thank you. Thank you for attending not only this presentation on Lexington Minds Intervention Program, but thank you for learning even more ways that we can help this community. Thank you for having that patience. And if you have any questions or would like any more information, please feel free to ask. Together, let's promote mental well-being and resilience in our community. Remember, compassion is the wish to see others free from suffering.